Alright guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Storm. This is Thunderstorm Disc Golf, back with another episode of Chasing Even. We've beat the series challenge 4 times in a row. We got Urbana, Bellefontaine, Kenton, Mechanicsburg, and now we're in Marysville, Ohio at this beautiful park trying to go 5 for 5, which would be insane, seeing as I've never even shot even but one time before this series even started. So it just shows a lot of the progression that I've made, and just super stoked to try to go get this 5 for 5. Would be huge. I'm excited, man. Enjoy the video. Welcome to the channel again. My name is Storm. This is Thunderstorm Disc Golf. I know it sounds cliche, but hit a like, hit a subscribe, would really help my growth, and enjoy the video, man. Peace. Alright guys, this is a 450 foot par 3, so we're gonna have to rip this drive. I'm gonna use this destroyer right here, backhand, just rip it. We got a not so easy setup for this par, so let's use this slab, try to get it out, and then kick right. Wow, that was fantastic. Let's go, baby. We saved that par. That was a nice setup. All right, guys, 265 feet, par 3. We're gonna rip this Undertaker on a forehand and try to get as close to the basket as possible. Not as far as I wanted to go, for sure. All right, let's do that forehand putter and set up for another par. That took the most miracle roll I've ever seen in my life. I just went through so many emotions right there. It literally went way too far. Then it rolled into the out of bounds on the path, and then it rolled all the way back close to the hole. That was incredible. Let's go, baby. Another par. These aren't easy. Still sitting at even. All right, guys. So this is straight up and to the right in between the trees. So I'm just gonna throw this slab right in between the 2 trees in the distance and let it go straight through the middle of there and kick right to the hole. Hey, that took a pretty nice bounce right there. All right, baby, let's see what I got for this birdie. Gotta get that up a little bit. All right, guys, this is a interesting hole. Got to go around those trees with a perfect backhand. We're gonna throw this slab because it kicks left early, so hopefully just throw at the gap and then it'll kick left after the gap. Took the most incredible line and skip. Wow. Oh my gosh, that took the most incredible skip that I've ever seen. That was incredible. That was probably my best shot that I've had in a long time. That was very nice. Very, very nice. Oh yeah. Birdie, baby, let's go. Now we're sitting at 1 under. That's huge on this course because this course isn't easy. Big 530 feet, par 4. I'm gonna rip this slab forehand kind of over the OB and just let it kick back into the fairway. Exactly what I wanted to do. Let's go. All right, guys, that was a pretty good drive. We're gonna throw this destroyer backhand kind of to the right and as far as possible and let it kick back. Don't let it go in the tall grass. All right, guys, almost went OB there, but we got a good shot and we got a potential birdie here if we can hit this putt. Another par, baby. All right, this hole is straight up and a little bit to the right. I'm gonna throw a forehand with this slab because I know it's gonna kick right, so I'll throw it like right over the out of bounds again. Okay, decent little look at birdie. All right, guys, so this hole is straight through that gap and back left. So I'm gonna throw this destroyer and try to get as far into that gap as possible. Hopefully don't go out of bounds. Wow, that tree helped me so much. All right, guys, so I'm gonna throw that slab again and just try to sit up there. Try to sit up there for a par. Not great. Okay, so this is not great here. I got these branches in my way. I gotta set up, make sure that I get this bogey so that I can be even. All right, guys, so this is another one where you just go to the right. You have to go down a right path and let it kick left. So we're gonna throw this destroyer and backhand and hopefully get another great shot. Okay, so I gotta somehow find a way to set up from here. We're in the thick of it. We're gonna throw this mid-range Cobra on a forehand and let it go left like it loves to do. That was a great shot. I just wish it would hit something at the end so it would stop, not go too far. This would be a huge birdie right here on a pretty fantastic setup shot, considering the position that I was in. That's tough. 2 bogeys in a row, +1. All right, guys, it's just up there to the right, up there to the left. Try to throw this slab as flat as possible right over the path. Let it kick back into that gap. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Let's go, man. What a birdie to go back to even. Let's go. All right, guys, straight ahead, a little bit to the right on top of this hill. Just try not to go OB here. That would be fantastic. I like that. I just didn't want to go OB. Interesting shot here for a setup. Got to be real careful here. Really good. I hope that sat down didn't go skip too far. Woo! My life just flashed before my eyes. I thought I hit the top of the basket. Woo! Okay, guys, it's over the path, in between the woods and some trees on the right. So I'm just gonna try to throw it into the gap with this slab, so make sure that it kicks right off of that OB path. Well, skipped right off of the OB path. Didn't go very far though. Crap, man, that's not good. This would be a crazy putt to save par. That took a terrible roll. Double bogey, man. Wow. All right, 310 feet, par 3. We got to get a couple birdies here to go even, so we got to get aggressive, I guess. Straight up there, in between a gap. Let's just rip this destroyer. Still got a long way to go. Got to set up, got to get this par, got to. Let's just throw this forehand with this Undertaker. I'm really unfortunate on that drive. It's taking a great line, then it hit the tree. All right, I would say that I was trying to go for this hole, but I didn't even see that hole there. So yeah, I'm going to the far one. I'm not gonna cheat like that. Gotta try to throw in for par here. That's not a gimme either. All right, man. Dang, another bogey. We're sitting at +3. Not looking good right now. All right, this hole's straight up and around this tree line here. Let's just throw it back in. Make sure it doesn't go out of bounds. We can't afford that right now. Okay, decent opportunity here for birdie. Yeah, birdie. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Par. Okay, 360 feet, par 3. We got to rip this destroyer. Make sure it doesn't go out of bounds too. All right, just copy that same shot again and just put it by the hole. Man. Oh, gosh. For double bogey. Sheesh. Alright guys, first fail of the series. Had to cut it off because that course was a lot longer than I thought. And it took a long time to get through, and I gotta get to town so I can get some stuff done before work. But nonetheless, that's a fail. First fail of the series. We went Urbana, Bellefontaine, Kenton, Mechanicsburg, all passed, and then now we failed Marysville. This course is gonna be tough. I have a feeling we might spend a good few days on this course. Hopefully that's it. Hopefully we can get in a few days, but we will be back. That's how the series works. We will be right back in Marysville in the next video, doing it again. Gonna have to start a little earlier. And yeah, we're just gonna keep playing that course over and over again on the channel until we get even. That's what we're doing. We're chasing even. Just the first time that we failed. So that's okay. We're just going to keep running it back, and that's what makes this series interesting. Is you got to stay at that course until you get even. So I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll be back in Marysville going for that even. And this one's going to be challenging. Hopefully we don't spend too many days on it. So, all right, man. See you in the next one. Peace.